Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you in the world, in the universe, what it is, what's up? It's your boy, Big Frank. Hope you are feeling good. Hope you are mentally well. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe as we tap into some good discussions today. Call a neighbor, call a friend, tell them we ended the win. Let me do this. You know what we do? We do it right, we do it proper. Let's take a moment to align ourselves mentally. So, first, God, we come with thank you for the day that you've made. Thank you for this time. Thank you for what you're doing, God. Thank you that you know all things, God. And Father, today we make the decision not to worry, not to fret, God, not to be overwhelmed, but to truly put our trust in your hands. So, God, I ask you to move and do what you say do. God, move how you want to move. Do what you want to do. Heal, deliver, and set free every need, every petition. God, make a way out of no way. For you are the way maker, the burden bearer, the heart fixer. You are God. So, God, set it in order, do right, and get it done. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, what's going on, world? Hope you had a good weekend. I did. Over the weekend, I had the privilege of DJing for a 70s birthday party celebration on Sunday. That was amazing. Shout out to the family celebrating their people, the vibe. It was a good joint. I also went by a art exhibit display at Power City Eatery on 3rd Street. Check that out. They got some pictures, some people you may know, a photographer, some literature on the wall. Check that out. Also went by the new Soul Food for Real spot um, on High Park. Now, today's conversation, we're going to get into the soul food conversation. We're also going to get into the importance of showing up for yourself. If you're not showing up for you, who's showing up for you? Huh? If you're not going to do your due diligence concerning yourself, stop complaining, stop the madness. What's the point? All right, so I'm going to get right into it. Um, so yesterday I preached a message. For those who don't know, yes, I am a preacher and a DJ and a line dance. Let me take a quick pause because um, line dancing right now is doing its thing. This might be one of my, I won't say my last round, but I might jump on a bandwagon, line dance with y'all. But it's so many new line dances out now. Memphis, Tennessee, Mississippi, they cutting up beyond my control. Okay, but let me take a moment though, just to put that out there. I'm in conversations. We're doing a line dance class. We'll get some more details about that coming soon. So, but outside of that, today I want to highlight the importance, number one, of showing up for yourself. So yesterday I preached the message, and those who don't know, um, yesterday Sunday was what they consider, um, Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is when Jesus Christ shows up on a donkey and people lay down palms and they down their jackets and he shows up. But yesterday's message talked really about not just God showing up or Jesus showing up, but it's time for us to show up for ourselves. Now I'm gonna talk about it because I don't mind. So last night, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Last night, I was even after preaching, I was a bit frustrated. I was just like, God, what is wrong? What's going on? What's happening? And I realized that it's simply this: you have to show up for yourself. If you're not going to show up for yourself, all the complaining, all the yelling, all the screaming, all the political stuff, all of that holds no true weight if you're not going to show up for yourself. All right. So you got to show up for yourself. You got to get yourself mentally prepared for the day. My question to you is, are you meditating? Are you taking time to sit down? Are you setting boundaries for yourself? If you are not, you will run yourself ragged trying to appease everybody else, trying to do stuff for everybody else, and you'll find yourself stressed out, overwhelmed, and exhausted. So make sure you're taking priority for yourself. Make sure you are doing your due diligence. And let's ask this question real quick before I get into this soul food situation. Um, what are you doing for you? Okay. I know you got the kids, you got the family, you got the people, but what are you doing for you? Are you tending to yourself? Are you making sure you're in good health? Are you making sure that you are mentally good? Are you setting boundaries for yourself? Are you telling people no? Yeah, I know it's Monday. Like Frank, we're about to get because we're getting ready to make it, blood. We getting ready to get up, get out, and do something crazy. And the truth of the matter is, if you're not with it, you're gonna miss out. And you're gonna be disappointed with yourself. You're gonna be angry with yourself. And guess what? Life is life. It is what it is. So just make sure you are taking care of yourself, okay? Make sure you are talking positive. Listen, yo, this negative conversation, this negative surrounding, this has bye. I just bye. Bye. I know I got issues. I know I got challenges. I know I'm not perfect. I don't need you to highlight my imperfections. So if you're going to approach me or talk to me about some challenges, provide me a solution. If you're not providing me a solution, hush your mouth. Huh? If you're not coming with, hey, I noticed that you have a challenge, 1, 2, and 3. Here are some ways you can resolve that if you see fit. What I'm telling you is, don't bring me no problems if you ain't got no kind of solution. Don't bring me, oh, you did this and you didn't like, no, what's the resolve? Okay. Give me some suggestions. Help me so I can process what you're saying. Because some of us, let me calm down, are so quick to complain, so quick to say something slick to somebody, but you ain't offering me no options on how to resolve it. That goes for the city of Niagara Falls as well. We yelling and screaming, but you ain't got a plan in place for resolve. Let me get up out of that because I don't want to cause too much controversy in the matter. But the truth of the matter is, if you're not doing your due diligence, if you're not talking positive, and when I say talk positive, I'm not telling you that you can't highlight the problem. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna highlight the problem, bring me a solution. Like, hey, brakes is bad, but hey, I got somebody, a mechanic who's financially decent that can help you get those fixed. Hey, a solution. Like, come on, like, be solution driven. What's the resolve? What is the outcome of your situation? Because after somebody highlights, I'm gonna be very honest, real quick. I'm not a perfect man, and I got some flaws. And to acknowledge those flaws, I get a little defensive. But if you're going to acknowledge the flaws, provide me some solutions, okay? Give me some strategy. Give me some ideas that can help me fix the thing. If you don't, I ain't got time. All right, let me get out of that. So make sure you're doing your due diligence with taking care of yourself, making sure that you are good mentally, and communicate. Communicate. My brother, at least. No, Michael, absolutely. Good morning. You have to bring a solution because to complain without a resolve, it doesn't, to call out something or somebody because of an issue is one thing, right? But if I can offer some solutions and be solution minded, I want to say this while I'm here, even regarding the city of Niagara Falls, this is just my focal point, this is where I am, is that um, we have to come together collectively to find out where we all can fit in the solution. Let's get out of the division, separation, get into a place where we can plan effectively. Not only that, you got to be knowledgeable. Listen to me. We can no longer, now, watch this. I'm spiritual, so the people perish for the lack of knowledge. We can't keep speaking out of emotions if we don't have information. Because some of us are processing information the wrong way, meaning that you heard somebody speak out of their feelings, you took that as truth, and now you're creating a whole narrative about these feelings that may be inaccurate. Go gather information. I believe it was Brother Barksdale who stated a few podcasts ago that you got to go read the city charter, find out how things work, find out how things move. Matter of fact, you have an idea, you have a thought. Do your due diligence to find out what is required to make that come alive. Let me pause here, because sometimes it is not as difficult as you make it. I'm gonna say that again. It is not as difficult as you project it. Some of us have ideas that we have, and we're talking to random people, but we're not doing our due diligence to speak to those who have the ability to make it come alive. Brother Boxdale says also, ask, what can I do to help improve the situation? And be willing to use your time, talent, and treasure to make things better. Absolutely. It is important for us to begin to communicate effectively. Why? Because I may not be um, the best speaker, but I may be good at media marketing. I may not be the best at media marketing, but I'm really a great writer. Matter of fact, I may not be the best writer, but I'm definitely a great researcher. Like, we have components that we can put together that we can offer to the world and yield a better result, but that requires you having to show up. If you don't show up, you become the missing piece to a puzzle, and will spend more time trying to find the missing pieces versus getting the solution. I'm gonna let that sit. We'll spend time running and trying to get and find who's can do who, versus really coming together and making a plan of action. But what I don't want you to do either, I don't want you to be well and aggressive for everybody else, and you're not aggressive for yourself. And I say that meaning that I don't want you to be so consumed with doing things for everybody else in the community, and you fail to take care of yourself. You have to take care of you. If you are not taking care of yourself, you will not be an asset. You will not be beneficial to the land and the earth that you dwell, or the community that you're in, because personally you'll be deteriorating while you're trying to exhaust yourself for everybody else. Find your balance, find your peace, find those things, and you will be well. Make sure you find just take care of yourself. That's all I really got. Take care of yourself. Physically, I gotta start walking. I gotta start walking to get some circulation in my legs a little bit better. Getting proper rest, hydration, and get your checkups. Now, you're like, Frank, what does it got to do with showing up? You have to be in good health. If you're not in good health, and I'm saying, watch it, I'm not saying your health is going to be perfect. I'm not saying that you ain't got back pain, you ain't got sciatica, you ain't been in a car accident. There are some challenges that you're facing, but you should be able to take care of yourself and tend to yourself in such a way where certain challenges shouldn't be. Check your blood pressure, check your sugar, find out, go to the doctor. Black man, I know. Go to the doctors, man. Go to the doctors. You got children, you got grandchildren, you got sisters and brothers, you got relatives, you got people that attend to you. Hey, let's change it. Let's talk about it. Therapy. Y'all don't want to talk about that part. Go see somebody. If you can't trust the people in your house, you know, I'm going to say this, y'all ain't going to like it, but running to your pastor is great for guidance and some good advice and some biblical-based living, which is beneficial to your life. Well, go see the person that can talk to your mind. See the person who can unlock the components of your mind. They're skilled for that. Go holler at somebody. Don't delay. Be open for that, okay? So you got to show up for yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's priority. Before you get into anything, before anybody try to tell you to do whatever, take care of yourself. That job, you got to work it, but listen, find somebody else. Somebody else is going to be there to replace you. You don't want to do that. Listen, we're going to take a quick break, and after this break, we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about what I'm planning for as the city of Niagara Falls, something more fun that's happening. We'll be right back after this commercial break is going down. It's your boy, Big Frank, right here on This Conversation. Be right back.
Menthol is not just a flavor. It's a manipulative way for big tobacco to target, attract, and addict Black Americans. Tobacco companies aggressively market menthol products using elements of Black culture, putting more products on shelves in Black communities and making them cheaper. And it's not just an injustice. It's killing us. Smoking-related illnesses are the #1 cause of death in the African American community. Help us fight this injustice at notjustmenthol.org.
Welcome back, your boy Big Frank. Listen, all right, so we just got finished talking about taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and doing your due diligence for yourself. But apparently, I stirred up a little bit of controversy in our urban community food market. So on Fire 716 radio page, a post was put up, and I asked people to vote on the best soul food options in the city of Niagara Falls. And I went off the top of my head and I put down, I think it was Simply Soul. I put down High Park Cafe. I put down Betty's. I think I put down Lee's. I put down a few other spots as well that I can't call off my head. So so somebody wrote a post and said, "Oh, why didn't you put on Atmosphere?" And I said to them, well, to me, Atmosphere isn't a soul food restaurant. So I got a couple more challenges because on the menu, they got chicken, they got fish, they got rice, they got subs, they got different stuff like that. And then I didn't see any collard greens, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, and those things, right? So then somebody else came on the post and said, "Oh, why didn't you put Dirty Bird on there?" Now, mind you, they do chicken and waffles. They also, and that was an oversight on my end, where they do have macaroni and cheese, collard greens, fish, chicken. So when I went to Dirty Bird, I always just get chicken and waffles. I just didn't. That was my error, oversight on that. But what's going to happen is I am getting ready to send out some messages today to a bundle of people in the city of Niagara Falls, and we are going to try to schedule a time to come together. And the top 3 restaurants in the city of Niagara Falls that were on the list that I created, we're going to do a testing, and we're just going to a blind taste testing and let the people vote and just see and decide. The goal is not to cause division. The goal is just to bring awareness to something that's happening in the city. Now let's talk about that because when we set up restaurants, a new restaurant just opened, Soul Food for Real, just opened up on High Park 2301, High Park Boulevard. But my question right now is, this is a real question. I think Simply Soul does great, maybe even High Park Cafe. But are we positioned as restaurants in a market that's going to yield tourists to come to our establishment? This is a valid question. I have a juicing company, JQ Juicing. My juicing company doesn't have a brick and mortar location. It is more so designed for, hey, place your orders, I'll make them, I'll deliver them to you. But my question is, and then I'm talking specifically restaurants, are we marketing? Are we designed? Are we placed in a location? I'm just asking the question. Y'all can do your research. That will yield us to be able to benefit from those that come into our communities or down towards the falls to visit. Are we marketing that way? Well, I got, checked because I didn't put the list of soul food. I have a question. This is just a question. I didn't do my due diligence research. Are you guys on the list for tourism? Because one tour guide said on one of my statuses that, Frank, I've never tried. Now, watch this. Yeah, check me if you want to. Any of these places. I've never went to visit. Now, my question is, did they hear about it? Were they aware? And then I got a question for us, because sometimes we just cater to us. Sometimes we just focus on us. But my question is, this is a real question. As business individuals, yes, we're on Facebook, but are we focused on trying to bring the tourists that come to where we are? Now, is there a cuisine category somewhere that say, hey, if you're looking for soul food, are you on the list? If you're looking for some pub food, are you on the list? Are you looking for this type? Are we place? Not just, yes, DoorDash, yes, Grubhub, yes, those things, but are we marketing and are we presenting ourselves in such a way that the tourists can come? I'm just asking these questions because um, I got checked about my list. And I'm just wondering, are we doing our due diligence and taking advantage of the city? I'm not going to tell you that there's not challenges. For those who live in the city of Niagara Falls, we already know that for the most part, we are not, this sounds crazy, we have not been welcomed down to the falls. We haven't been brought in to the advancement of things. But now I'll say that there are spaces that has been allotted for us, but we haven't pursued them. Dr. says there's a difference between marketing and advertising. Valid. Now that is a great statement, and brother, thank you, because what does now? Watch this. Watch this. When they go on TikTok, let me just tell you how the current individuals kind of search to do these things. I hope this reaches the people who have restaurants. We go on TikTok to see what's happening in the area. If you don't pop up, we don't see you, right? What marketing, what pictures and photos, and like you said, advertising, what things have you invested in your presentation that's going to yield people to want to come and support? Then after you work on that, right? What is the experience? Okay. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to disrespect any specific restaurant. But I'm going to make some points, and I hope that these points may add to the experience. If the experience is not well, they're not coming back, and they're going to write a review that reflects their experience. And even if they don't write a review, they're having conversations about the experience. Now, I'm going to say this. You may not like me today, but it's all right. Because somebody I said this not long ago, and maybe me. Somebody needs to be the Gordon Ramsay of Niagara. Now, somebody to run through. And granted, I would love to tell you, every restaurant, every experience is just top tier off the chain and just amazing, and the food is bomb. You can have amazing food, but a bad experience, not coming back. Somebody wrote a post, and the post said, waiting 2.5 hours for already made sides for a fish dinner is crazy. Now, I don't know the context, if it was DoorDash, if it was a traveling thing, but I know for a fact that we've gone to locations that the wait time has been forever. And it doesn't even seem to be overwhelmingly busy. Again, point of view. But if we are not perfecting our presentation, we're not perfecting. And I use myself as an example. I have a client where I do smoothies, right? And my smoothies don't always have labels on them. The client said to me, Frank, don't even talk to me about getting a smoothie until you get a label, because I want to know what's in my beverage. I want to know where it's distributed at. I want to know what's valid, makes sense, because it's the experience. But I also used to deliver smoothies personally. But when I came with joy and laughter and conversation and great dialogue, prayer and these elements. The experience And I'm going to be very honest. You may not like me. We are piss poor in our experiences in these restaurants. Now, I'm not calling nobody out. This is a general statement. You find out what it is. So there should be methods and ways that we can evolve the way that we execute what we're doing. I'm gonna talk about it. Macaroni and cheese. I love it. We fasting now. But macaroni and cheese, right? Making the cheese sauce. However you do it, right? There's no way that my macaroni and cheese should look 3 days old. There's no way. Customer service, absolutely. How you prepare, wait time. What's the ambiance? What's the experience? Like, I get it. Some people don't come to certain locations because the experience isn't welcoming them in. Is your establishment family friendly? Now let's talk about it. Let me just talk about it. Now, Big Frank, I'm the preacher, right? I got friends. They inside the covenant. They outside the covenant. It is what it is. But if I want to invite some individuals to a place, most likely it's going to be my church folks. And I'm not saying that your establishment can't have beer, can't have alcohol, all that can be happening. But is it welcoming enough for a family space? When I come in, am I welcome with a smile? Whether I seat myself or be seated, is the waiter going to come and talk to me and take my order? Or do I got to get up and go to the window or walk to the bar to place an order for my family? Experience. Because these things matter, okay? What's the vibe? What's the energy? What's on the wall? It matters. What's on the screen? Is it a sports bar? These things matter. Why? Because if your experience is not well, you're missing out on so much. How can you make it better? How can you cater to that moment? I know you're like, Frank, how you get from food to this? Because we're going to do a food review. And the food review, I'm going to send out messages to invite people to come to a podcast. We're going to do blind taste testing. But if the food is amazing and you win, I can't control the experience. I can't. So I suggest taking an evaluation of your restaurant. And I'm just on restaurants right now. There's other businesses out here as well, but right now I'm just on a restaurant. Assess how is our experience. And let me just say this real quick. And I don't care. Listen, how is the experience? What is it like when I walk through the door? What I see? What's the colors? What's the energy? What's the vibe? And then identifying your audience. Is it welcoming for us? Is this my kind of vibe? Is this grown, mature, safe, or is this young kid rocking out dangerous? What's the energy? What's the experience? That's what you have to figure out. So listen, I know today's conversation wasn't as political as it's been, but we'll get back into that because people coming in. But I want to talk to these components, and I'm not here to dog anybody's establishment. I'm not here to talk down, but what I'm here to do is to tell you that, number one, show up for yourself. Make sure you're good, but make sure that if you own a business or you're doing something, that the experience is well. The experience has to be well, and I'm just saying that. So some of the businesses that aren't making it, that didn't make it, that's struggling, let's evaluate the experience. Like, there is a level of, this is my family, these are my people. Oh, their food is blast, it's good. Yeah, that is a piece of it. And people that love you gonna support you to a degree. But my question is, if somebody comes to your establishment for the first time who ain't got no ties to you, what is like? What is like? What is like? When they walk into the spot, is it a strip club? Strip club. I'm not bringing the people who I rock with, because the strip club just ain't the spot for us. Now that's just me now, but there may be a group that is. But when I walk into the establishment, and they ain't gonna like me for this one. If I'm coming for food, because that's what advertises the food, then I walk in, it's okay, I can get food, but we run chicken. So it's a lot of other stuff going on. All right, no, and that y'all probably don't believe me, but that's real. There's a spot I wanted to try, but simply because of its location, not going in there. I'm not going. So I know today's conversation may hit you, may not. You may like it. You may
Menthol is not just a flavor. It's a manipulative way for big tobacco to target, attract, and addict Black Americans. Tobacco companies aggressively market menthol products using elements of Black culture, putting more products